This thumbnail caused a lot of debate. Well, maybe not a lot of debate, but someone said that my thumbnails needed work. And I responded, you're right. 11% click-through rate on a thumbnail is absolutely horrible. And then someone else, who apparently knows a lot, said, I don't believe that you're getting 11% click-through rate. And then I made a YouTube short showing them that my click-through rate was at 10.3% at the time of the video. And finally, a fourth person asked, hey, can you show me how you make your thumbnail? So in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how I go about making my thumbnails so that you can do something similar. Now, before I go on, I am not a thumbnail expert. I have good thumbnails, I have bad thumbnails. This one just happened to work. My average thumbnail is probably 7-8%. I know that the industry average is like 3%. So this thumbnail just happened to work out very well. And there's a few things that I did, which I'll show you step by step. Hi, my name is Alston Godbolt with alstongodbolt.com. I create content to actually help you make money online and not just to put money into my own pocket. And if you want to be added to the globe, comment down below with your city, state, zip code, province, or country, and I'll get you pinned. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the things that I did in order to make this thumbnail work. First, I use a lot of contrast. I'll show you and tell you what I did as I'm doing it so that you can see for yourself. First thing I do is I take obviously a selfie picture. The selfie picture I take is usually just with my smartphone. It's not overcomplicated. I don't have a fancy camera. And if I bring this over here, I'll just open it up with Luminar AI. It is a software that I use to obviously edit my photos and improve them. I'll show you the different improvements and changes that I've made so that you can see what to do. All right, so this is that thumbnail. I simply go over to edit. I will enhance it like this, come down to where it says face. Now the cool thing with this, and I'm not an affiliate, I could be an affiliate for this, I'm not an affiliate, they do have an affiliate program, is you come down to face. It's just a one-time charge, it's not a monthly fee. And the first thing I do is I adjust the eyes. I turn all of this stuff up, and then I turn my eyes up about 70% to see how that looks. Now if we look at this, you can see my eyes get bigger. Then I do the eye whitening. I turn all of this stuff all the way up. So I improve my eyes. Mouth, I do lips darkening, darken my lips just like that. And then skin, depending on what I look like for that day, I might turn this all the way up just like that. And if we look, it kind of looks similar. And then finally, we're gonna remove some defects. Now I can turn this down. I like the shine remover all the way up because normally I'll have a little shine in my T-spot. We can adjust this so that we look more or less human if that's what you want to do. So here we're going to go less human. We're going to click on export, and then I'm going to save it to a disk. I'm going to save this to my desktop, and then once I save it to my desktop, I'm going to open it up in Affinity Photo. Now Affinity Photo is a photo editing software. Again, it's a one-time charge. And the thing that I really like about Affinity Photo is it's basically Photoshop without the monthly bill. Now I do have access to Photoshop, ironically enough, but I don't use it. The cool thing with Affinity Photo is you can import Photoshop files. Okay, so this is the thumbnail, and honestly, this thumbnail didn't do great when I uploaded it a couple days ago, but stay with me here. So I'm going to find my photo that I just created, and you'll see the photo is a Photoshop file. So if we look at the desktop, you can see there, this is a PSD file, and I can just drag that right into, and then that's what I look like up close, half AI, half human. Now toward the end of the video, I'm gonna tell you what I did to make that thumbnail very, very different. One thing that a lot of people think is people think that you need a lot of text on the screen. You don't need a lot of text. Your text needs to send a message. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to rasterize this real quick. I'm going to do this selection tool, and so I am just going to select myself like this, select all of myself, and then select invert pixel selection, and then I'm going to delete. All right, so I've got that. I'm going to select, deselect, and now I've got this different version of almost myself. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to do something very, 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 very important. I'm going to come back over here to the selection tool again, and I'm going to select my shirt. Now, actually, red is a pretty good color to go with when you're making YouTube thumbnails, but I'm going to select everything that is red. Everything's red. And then I'm going to come over to adjustments. I'm going to go down to recolor, and then I can change my color like this. And what I want to do is I want this bright green and make sure my green matches the green here. So we've got that. I'm going to select, deselect once again, and then, oops. What I need to do is I need to tuck that into the layer there so I can move it all at one time. Let's do select, deselect. So let's see. All right, so it's not perfect, but I just want to show you what that looks like. So now that we have that, a couple more things that I want to do. I want to make sure that this is centered. So I'm going to arrange, center this like that, make this a little bit larger, arrange. Actually, I'm going to bring this down just a little bit. Now, again, you don't need a lot of stuff on the screen. The stuff on the screen needs to say or convey a message. And I'll tell you the message that my original thumbnail conveyed in just a moment. So there's a couple more things that I do. So we've got the adjustment. What I really like to do is I like to turn the contrast all the way up on my stuff. You guys seem to really like the contrast. So my contrast is really high like this. And then once again, I'm going to, now I'm not a photo editor. I'm not using the professional terms. So I'll say I'll tuck this in like that. I just tuck that in. Okay, so let me see here. Let me see, can I recolor? Can I fix this a little bit? Because it kind of got weird. So we're just gonna leave it like that and assume that it's perfect. So the final thing that I need to do with my picture is I need to go over to effects. I always do an outer glow and then I turn it up like that. And then the final thing, and I think what really got people to click on this, is the bold claim that I made. You have to make, I think the channel is called like Film Review or Film Booth. They talk about something called BENS, B-E-N-S, bold, easy, newbie friendly, and something else. So, but whenever you're looking and creating your YouTube thumbnail and title, you want to make sure that it has a bold claim. And in this one, the bold claim was at $163,800. Now you make sure that you pay that bold claim off, and you can see here I've got the green that matches, and that, you know, this is what it is. This bold claim is what got people's attention. Now you can create a bold claim in anything, right? Let's say you're in the knitting niche. Your bold claim could be you knit a complete quilt in 20 minutes. That's a bold claim. So, but for me, it was, you know, 163,800 per year. Oh, come on, like that. And then make sure it takes up as much as the screen here. But again, it comes down to the bold claim. Now your bold claim can be audio or, you know, text, or it can be an image. And if you look at people that are really good at their thumbnails, like Mr. Beast, thumbnails that really stick out in general. So if we just go over to YouTube, the thing that they all do is they have a bold claim. The ones that get lots and lots of views, like this one right here, AI Flowers, 29,000. That's a bold claim. 10,000 a month. He only has 145 views, but this is another bold claim. All of these are bold claims that seem easy to make. So if we keep going, website in 10 minutes, that's a bold claim, because if you've ever built a website before, you know it takes hours worth of work. The ones that get lots and lots of views, look for the bold claim that is being made. Let's say like, we'll type in cooking, or, you know, how to bake a cake, how to bake a cake. The ones that do very well, they have a very bold claim. Cake vanilla recipe. It looks easy. It looks simple. You don't see a stand mixer. You don't see a professional bakery. You guys just see something basic and simple, and it looks easy. And so you want to make sure that you're having at least two of those elements. And I think that you can start getting more views. But again, bold claim, easy, newbie friendly. Look at this one. 262,000 views. We all know Betty Crocker. And it says for beginners. A lot of these are doing very well. If we look at this one, you know, he's got the cake center, front and center. But I think that if you can look into your niche and you can figure out a way to have a claim that's bold, and you pay it off in your video. In fact, someone commented on my video the exact timestamp where I talked about the $168,000, whatever it is. But think about it. If we do like knitting, the videos that do very well, they all have that one thing in common. They have a bold claim. This guy makes it look easy. You know, this guy, he's got that, like, you know, country, hey, this is easy, gee golly, look on his face. But that's how you do it. So if you want your thumbnails to look like this, and not all of them will hit, some of them will be misses. The thumbnail, like I said, that I did yesterday was a miss. It didn't do very well. My bold claim wasn't enough, and it wasn't really a bold claim. But if you can do that, that's how you make your thumbnail. Make sure that you've got the contrast up, you've got your layers here. Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to throw in is that this background color isn't black. This background color is, I think it's 363636, which is important because black looks like this. And if we just undo it, it kind of looks, I don't know, it looks modern and trendy. So that's how you do it. If you wanted to, you can look at the text that I'm using. I'm using the Montserrat. It's all over social media, so it's familiar. It's something that a lot of people can identify with. I'm using the outline, and then I've got an outer shadow on it as well. But that's how I do it. There are millions of ways to skin a cat. There's millions of ways to create YouTube videos and make them great, YouTube thumbnails and make them great. This just happened to work for me. I am always trying to improve my thumbnails. That's one thing that is a blind spot of mine. If we look at my channel here, you'll see that I have all sorts of different thumbnails. Like there's red here to see what works. And one of the most important things you can do for yourself is to keep testing. This thumbnail right here where I have money is everywhere, that did very well. But some of these other ones, they didn't. But you've gotta, keep testing. This one did very well. Again, the high contrast, just keep testing, keep trying, keep applying. And you can always go back and change your thumbnail. I'm testing always, trying to find one that works out very well. And then I'm just going to keep doing that same one. So let me know in the comment section if you have any questions. I was trying not to belabor it, try to get right to it so that I can answer your questions. Now that you know how I made my thumbnail to get 10.3 click-through rate, watch this video next if you want to learn a little bit more about affiliate marketing.